Hello, today I'll show you how a real estate website is going to work, which will allow agents to track leads, convert them into prospects, close them, and convert into customers. It will also allow the sales team to interact with the customers, the complaint department to handle complaints, the marketing department to view how their campaigns are doing. There'll also be a corporate view. We will start with a login for an agent. Now the agent has been assigned campaigns by their team lead, and they will see a list of leads that they need to call. Now let's say they've got to make an outbound call. They will select the appropriate campaign that they've been assigned, and they can pick any of these numbers to call. Let's assume they're calling this number. Once they connected, they will need to add the client detail, the customer detail, by giving, let's say, detail. They say which source it is. Let's say it's an SMS. Call status. Now if any status other than contacted does leaves the lead as it is. If a lead has been contacted, the lead is converted into a prospect, and you have other fields for follow-up and stuff. Once you update, a prospect is created with auto-generated ID. You can fill in little more details here by saying which project you want. Let's say we pick TLF. It doesn't seem to be Township Allahabad, and we give few details. We say this person is involved. We ask for a little more details here, and you click on update. So once this is clicked on update, a prospect is created with details as required. Now let's assume that the same prospect has made an inbound call. So once the inbound call is made, we will either search for the number or the person. We see that this person has been created. We open the details of this person and add a service request. Let's say the person has called for general sales related query, and they're talking about the discount offered, and the sub category is about bulk discounts offered. Project city, we have decided it's going to be Allahabad. Discount request is what the content is. So once you save, that particular service request is added. Now let's assume the same person has called back again and has left a complaint. So here if you say this complaint, you select a complaint. Let's say you don't like the attitude of the person who's talked to you, and you say give it no contact of a payment, or make the sub category. Give the name of the project. Attitude problem is what the agent will write. So once this is done, you will see there are two open service requests. One is a sales related query and one is a complaint. Now that the agent will continue receiving calls and making calls, we will now log in as salesperson. We will log in as the sales TL. If you see, once the sales TL logs in, he will see all the SRs related to a sales inquiry. Like you can see, this is the one that we have just now created. You can select here. There is an option to send an SMS to the prospect right from this page, or an email, or the brochure. Now you select the agent, sales team agent, and you assign to the employee. So once it is assigned, the color changes from pink to white, so it's been assigned. You can now log out and log in as the sales agent, and you can see that this particular service request is assigned to the sales agent. You can see it's up here. So what here again, it's possible for the agent to send an SMS, email, or brochure right from this page. To resolve this service request, click on the person's name and you add an interaction to resolve it. So when you add an interaction, it will ask what type of interaction. Let's say an email was sent with the discount. Let's say discount offered, discount sent, requested. And interaction said, let's say it's been closed, and you say sent discount mail. And you click an interaction, you will see that that service request is automatically closed. It's resolved. And an email, the interaction says it's resolved. So this is the salesperson's view. Now let's go and see what the complaint agent or the complaint TL sees. Now the complaint TL will see the same SR, the new SR that we have created about the attitude, which has not been assigned. So we can select any employee who is reporting to them. Let's say we select this service team person and assign to the employee. So once it's assigned, again the color changes from unassigned to assigned. You can see this SR is assigned to Bindu Gigi. It is possible for the TL to log in as any agent so that you can see the agent screen. Now if you log in as the complaint TLs, you can see this SR is here, which can be clicked and an interaction can be created to resolve the particular interaction. Let's say a meeting was called, the attitude thing, attitude problem, and you say this is resolved, spoke to employee and prospect, and you say add, and with that this SR is also resolved. So both SRs are resolved. Now if you look from the point of view of a marketing man, so let's say we've logged in from here, and you can see the marketing person can see based on the source, or you can make out that he'll be able to see what is the effect of the campaigns that they have run. So you can see the prospects are open, and they are all colored based on how involved, or whether it's an inquiry or basically the interest state. So this is a marketing view. So the marketing guy knows how effective are his campaigns, how many interested people are they getting. And on the other hand, you have a corporate view as well, where the corporate user can log in and have a bird's eye view or a top view of what is happening in the system, a list of all the prospects with the status next to it, and how many meetings have been made by the sales team to close it. So this gives the corporate person a quick view as to what is happening in his organization. Now we can, to round off things, we can just log in to view a few reports. For example, you can see how many leads have been converted to customer, give a start date and end date, and when you run the report, it will just show you how many leads have been converted between a couple of dates to customer. It is possible to drill down by clicking on the customer ID once that page opens. So you can see these are the leads which have been converted to customer. There is also a few reports like MIS sales filter, which is very useful for the sales team. It tells you exactly project wise how many prospects were open this week. For this week, how many are open, how many there have been interactions, how many no interactions, and till date what are the total number of prospects, open cases with and without interaction. In addition to this, there is a similar view for a complaint filter for the CRM person, for the complaint TL, where you can see the total number of complaints received, how many have been followed up, how many are open, how many have been closed. And there is an executive report again, which will give a top view of the entire system. It gives you a complete list in numbers of project wise how many prospects are there in the system, how many have been contacted by the sales team, out of those how many have been closed, how many are have been lost, how many are interested or not interested, how many cases are still open, and sales, how many people have interacted, how many complaints have been registered per project. uh, there are other reports as well, so this is basically the system. Thank you for seeing it. Any questions, please let us know.